All right. Well, hello, everyone. I'm going to do a couple of quick shouts out to the Unlimited Wisdom family: Dustin, Deborah Grady, Melody, Star, Charles, Mike, and Trish. Nice to see you guys. Sandy, Daryl, Lisa Marie, and Bill. And then, of course, the hostess with the mostest, Craig Jackman. So, my title for today, again, going to be probably straight to the point, but the first day of the rest of our lives. This is the first day of the rest of our lives. And why I'm saying that is, a lot of people, when they're going through life, they allow outside situations and outside events and everything to sort of like steal their energy, steal their excitement, So I'm not saying that anyone in unlimited wisdom would ever do that, but you get up in the morning a day after Christmas or day after the holiday, and it's like, ah, it's just one of those days where, no one's really doing anything. So maybe I shouldn't do anything. But guess what? We're not only here, but I showed up and I'm going to talk and you guys showed up. So I appreciate you guys. I really, really do. So hi, Mary. Hi, Joan. Thanks for getting on here. Um, and so here's what I really, really want you guys to really understand. The people that can find something within themselves to get them excited to do something. And one of the things that I tell people all the time is that, I'll never forget things that I got introduced to. I always talk about the greatest miracle in the world. And, I start out like almost every year or everything right after that because as soon as I read that book and realized that I was a miracle and what that big book did to me, then every single day I just find people to share that with. That's what I do. And so, this whole concept of the way to greatness is the service of many. And so I don't know how many of you like get into what is it called? Sort of a reevaluation mode between now and New Year's. How was your 2025? Did you accomplish things in 2025 that you set out to do? It's like it's really, really interesting that a lot of times we just sit there and go, wow, what am I going to do in 2026? And I know a lot of things. And hi, Coach Bob, for being on here. Hi, Scott. And what I want to share with every one of you, Jane, it's neat to see you on here, is that if you really, really take the time to find something that can get you excited each and every day, then what you do is that also turns into a habit and a routine. Does that make sense to everyone? It's like, so whether you're doing content or, you're finding something that excites you and that you're sharing with the world. And so my wife and I were talking about this, and I just said, what I still do to this day is when I get up, I like to listen to worship music. I like to, get into prayer and just be really grateful and thoughtful. And then when I do that, I'm always finding something that I can share with other people. So one of the uniqueness about who I am is when I did get this book, a lot of you know that I've had, mentors my whole entire life. So I'm constantly seeking and learning from stuff. And then what I'm doing is I'm always edifying and promoting that person that I learned stuff from. And then all of a sudden, when it became a point in my life where I'm still learning, it's like I know that the things that I'm studying right now, which is the Bible, you know what I mean? And my closeness and listening to people that have really built an incredible relationship with their God or, Jesus Christ is their Lord and Savior. See, that's never gotten old to me, ever. So when I read, I'm just asking, hey, listen, what's something that I can get that I can share with others, right? And one of the things that I realized again that I think that each and every one of you will really get is just being in the concept of understanding that you need to figure out here's the biggest thing that I think that I could share with you guys is today's the first day of the rest of our lives to be able to say that each and every day, is that every one of you really got to see yourself as the way God sees you. Because there's a lot of religion and a lot of stuff out there that just constantly is telling us that we're not enough, that we're not, that we're procrastinators, that we're lazy, that, that all this stuff, if you've built a ritual around beating the crap out of yourself from the moment that you get up, that sort of like takes a little bit of the juice or the excitement out of you. And so, like I've said before, which really got me to this place is, when I see pictures of Ezra, that's my new grandson. So when I see pictures of him, it's like the way that I think about him and the way that I feel about him is the way God feels about me. So what I would ask for each and every one of you is, what if every day that you woke up, that you were just grateful for that day? Me and Craig were talking a little bit. And isn't the funny thing that we always say after Christmas, we say this kind of thing? It's like, hey, Lisa Marie, did you get what you wanted for Christmas? And it's like, I said that to Craig because that's what people say. It's like, wow, I hope that you had a good Christmas. I hope that you got what you wanted for Christmas, And if you were really in the right state of mind or in the right heart place, then every day you get what you want. Let that sink in a little bit. Because if you got up every morning and you truly, truly, truly looked at yourself as a miracle, looked at yourself as being loved unconditionally, that all you're doing is getting gooder and gooder. Each and every day and every way, I'm getting gooder and gooder. And you step into that. Now the next thing is, I need to find people that I can get to get plugged into the same things that I'm plugged into to feel that way. So see, a lot of people, Coach Bob and I were going back and forth. And if you're out there marketing, in my opinion, if you're out there marketing something that everybody else is marketing, because you really can feel the mindset right now of people. How many of you know that there's people right now that are just taking a deep breath, they're reflecting, they might not be really, really excited to really look or engage in anything till after the new year? Do you know anybody that can slip into that place after Christmas? It's like, hey, I just want to relax. I'm getting really, really, really excited for 2026. And then, man, when it's 2026, Katie, bar the door. Right? And then it's like, well, really not on the second, you know what I mean? Because people are still recovering on the second, right? And then, oh my God, this the third. It's like, wait a minute, that's like Thursday. What? That's right. That's coming up on Friday and the weekend. So really, I think the best time to get started would be like on the Monday after the first. Any one of you following me? And it's like, well, then it's like, well, people are just getting back home. They took a long trip, and they're just getting home on the 4th. So maybe I'll really unleash on everyone on Tuesday. And it's like, we're really good at just procrastinating and putting it off another day, putting it off another week. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh my God, it's Christmas again. And so I just wanted every one of you to sort of really think and come from your heart. If you get grateful and you really, really get appreciative instead of, unrealistic expectations, is each and every day, this is what I know that people should be doing. So I'm going to propose a question to you guys before 2026. What if each and every day you got up, you just said this to yourself? What is something that I can help other people feel? Okay. What is something positive that I can help other people feel? Now, you guys know I've said this before, but I want to say it again, is how many of you over Christmas, the couple of days before, maybe even around Thanksgiving, how many of you have seen funny videos that you shared with other people? If you're like Lisa Marie, you've created them. If you're like Sandy, you created them, right? We got some people that create stuff that other people want to share. And so when you think about that, it's like, okay, so I'm going to relax, but I'm doing my super scrolling, whatever you're doing it on, right? And you find something funny, or you find something that's pretty crazy, or something that makes you feel a certain way, and immediately you start sharing that with other people you know, right? Why couldn't you do that deliberately with other things? So Terry and I were talking, and she's like, well, what do you do? And I said, well, what I do is I watch videos that get me excited. And then what I do is I share those videos with other people. So there's not too many times that I'm not sharing something on my social media platforms or inside of Unlimited Wisdom now that I look at it, it makes me feel a certain way, and then I grab that stuff and share it with the world. And so everyone always says, I wish I knew what my purpose is. I wish I knew what my passion was. And I know that the service of many is the only way to greatness. And so, it really, really, truly is all about that. And so when you think about each and every day again, if you get up and you go, wow, people, I do this to Terry. I used to do this to my sons, when they're around. And I would always say, guess what today is? And they'd go, what? And I go, it's the first day of the rest of our lives. And it's like, Dad's always doing the corny stuff. But no, that's the same thing as how are you? I'm blessed and highly favored and deeply loved. It's me constantly getting into a state that I want to help other people get into that state. Does that make sense to everyone? And so if these videos moving forward, that's what I used to do. I used to take videos that my mentors did, and I would always share parts of those videos with people to get them sort of, expand their mind a little bit. For some of you that, are part of Immunitech, it is mind-boggling to me that if you're not watching, especially since, Dr. Gutman, has got his YouTube channel out there. You know what I mean? It's like when he promoted his YouTube channel, that's where I found that video of, wow, he's a doctor that's actually talking to other doctors. You know what I mean? And it's like, so, what people do is they second guess what they should send to people. I'd like, just keep sending stuff. Just keep posting stuff. So that's my video for today. Very short and sweet. Each and every day, get up and just say, man, this is the first day of my rest of my life. And just like going on a road trip, just be as if, create yourself, be happy, and just share with others. So to let you guys know really, really quickly, I want to do a big, big shout out to Sandy and Lisa Marie. Lisa Marie, thank you so much. She got a whole year of Matt and me doing training, and Sandy is on the monthly. So those are the two people that I know of right now that will be there with us in the next, what is it? The next hour and a half or hour and 45 minutes?
Yeah, the Imagination Hour, which starts at 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern today.
And also tomorrow will be the first premium Ask Me Anything. So again, for some of you that are, getting a little bit of fear of loss and going, oh, I wish I could get on there. If you don't have the money, then you got to get excited about this as the first day of your life, and you can start sharing so you can get the money to be on there. Because I want you all on there, right? I want all of you on there with 10 other people that you have on there, so you'd be making, some crazy money at the same time. So I love and appreciate you guys. And then also on Sunday we have Master's Mind. I think you guys probably will know the message. I'm being led to share some pretty cool things because of people that are believers, know that we had a birthday yesterday. Some other people don't quite know. So it is funny how everyone's got their own way of looking at that day, right? It's pretty interesting. So I guess I see people that lost family members, and they'll post on social media that this would have been somebody's heavenly birthday, right? And it's like, so that's probably where the real heavenly birthday came from. So I'm looking forward to sharing that with you guys on Sunday. So Craig, we'll see you guys all later. I love and appreciate you, and bye for now.